Nvidia is down 3.66%. We've been talking for the past couple of weeks about how we're hoping and expecting for a pullback down to $110 so that we could look to enter long and trade this back up to 130 and 150 by the end of the year. And so far, this is playing out to perfection. You guys know that over the past couple of days, we've been watching this BX trender, which is the indicator at the bottom of your screen. When the BX trender is making lower highs into lower lows, it is a sign that money is getting pulled out of the current stock. You can see that last time we had this type of setup, Nvidia pulled back 20% within 10 days. We saw this rejection back here at $128, and our plan was to watch price pull back down to 110, accumulate down around 110, look for price to bounce, and push back up to 130 and 150 by the end of the year. Something has definitely changed today, and that's going to be the unusual flow that came through. If we go to Black Box, you're going to notice that 2 Alpha Gold alerts have come through. The first one being Tesla, which we covered in a separate video, and the second one is going to be Nvidia. You're going to notice that throughout the day, there was a ton of unusual call buying that occurred on Nvidia. All of this is confirmed, and you'll notice that we actually ended the day with bullish flow of $36 million in confirmed options. Now, there are 2 types of options flow that a lot of people and different software will use. The first is called just average flow or active flow. This is the one that you'll see most people trade. And you'll notice that at the bottom left side of your screen, if we just look at the daily flow or the most active flow, Nvidia says $72 million. Now, the reason that most flow is completely worthless and why I do not use it unless one, it's black box stocks, which this is not a plug, because anything that I see, I'll post within our Discord that I think is worth it. But the reason that I focus on using this software and using my eyes specifically is that I need to make sure that it's confirmed. And what confirmed flow means is that it's only taking into account any flow that has come in at the ask or above the ask. This is important because it means for certain that this is not somebody selling a covered call. Let's just say that we saw $10 million worth of $120 calls expiring a month from now came through on Nvidia. If it does not come in with the details A at the end or AA at the end, then we don't care about it because that could be somebody selling a covered call. And for those of you who trade options, you know that selling a covered call is something that a bear would do. So you could be following a position that you think is bullish, but in reality, it could be a hedge fund selling an option, which is the opposite of what you want to do. However, this flow specifically, the 36 million that came through, is confirmed, and that's why it's the only flow that we focus on. Now, if we go back to the charts very briefly, you're going to notice that there's a good chance that price might bounce off of this market bias. I do think that instead we're going to see maybe one last pullback, but what I decided to do today was turn on my Nvidia trading bot. And so basically what this bot is going to do is it's going to watch the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frames, and it's going to wait for price to start to trend back above those levels with bullish accumulation involved. So just because I'm turning on my trading bots does not mean that I'm going long on Nvidia. It simply means that Nvidia must start trending back up in a bullish direction before I enter a position. This is my way to kind of hedge the fact that if Nvidia bounces early and we get a push right back up to 120 tomorrow, that I will be able to take some trades on it and I will be able to play it over the next couple of weeks. I still think we're going to see Nvidia at 130 to 150 by the end of the year. Right now, it's just dependent upon how far are we going to pull back. Is 116 going to be the bottom, or are we going to see a continued fall to 110? If you want to learn more about all of the indicators that you see in this video, as well as the proprietary settings and the step-by-step trading system that I've built, you can take all of our courses completely free with the link in the description.